Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, we talked about cleaning up any of that residue that you left behind yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. If you're down and out and angry and depressed, you're the one that made the mess. You're the only one that can clean it up. Yesterday is gone and we are not promised tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to go over the list of all the wonderful things that control us throughout the day. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no. Drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself. Distractions everywhere. Then you have nothing but excuses. Gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, never having enough, being in a relationship with a man or a woman, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually abusing one another. Or you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about how we lie to ourselves at a level that is trauma in our lives, and the importance of getting help, and how people avoid confrontation, how much they hate it at any cost, and the importance of confronting people. It doesn't matter where we are. If we need to confront them, it's important that we get the courage to do that. And it's amazing how much we avoid doing and lie to ourselves and allow the continuation of the same people abusing us over and over and over again. So think about it. So what is the worst thing that can happen to you? You weigh and measure, you pick your battles. But if you're at work and there's some things that need to be addressed, if you're being taken advantage of, if you're being walked all over, what is the worst thing that can happen? I always say that at any cost when I am ready to take a risk, ready to speak up, I say, what is the worst thing that can happen to me? And there's a saying in our life, and I live by this, when you can take it or leave it, that's when you can have it. And I've always been this kind of person. I'll never forget this. Years ago, Joe was away in prison, and I didn't have a penny to my name. And this woman, she was just inhuman to work with, and she started up, and I really needed that check. It was payday, and I looked at her and I said, you know what? I'd rather live in a tent before I deal with people like you. And I walked out the door, and excuse me, that was a huge risk that I took and walked away. She was shocked. And literally 15 minutes later, I got a call with somebody else that needed my services. It was a big risk. I needed the money. I trusted in God. I had faith, and I knew that I wasn't going to starve. I had to make a stand. I just was so done with it. I was so done with working with people that don't respect or value what I do, and it demeans you, it beats you down, you're always questioning yourself. You just think that there's something wrong with you. It's because we didn't know how to fight fair, that we're people pleasers. We don't know how to speak up. And little remarks that I got from different clients throughout my years, because remember, I was trained at a very young age working with adults. The beauty of being in the restaurant at 13, working with adults, learning from them, learning from my rich people, learning from the abused children, learning from the prisoners. I learned from everybody, and the remarks in the bar and what people would say. I took what people said and listened to it and decided whether or not I wanted to believe it. And even at the heat of my relationship with Joe, when we were both abusive to one another, you start to believe that inhumanness, that hatred. So again, if you're just coming out of something horrible, if you're in something horrible, if you're going through the motions and you don't like your life, start confronting, start speaking up, and start taking the stand that you need to do to have a healthy, beautiful, wonderful life. And start with today. And remember, balance, not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you will get in return. Remember, the goal for all of us truly is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long. It has to be as natural as going to the bathroom, or else your head gets backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, if you have an attitude today, be attitude, being in the highest possible state of happiness, good humor, and contentment with the way things are. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world, doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Hey, you manipulators, smooth talkers, narcissisms, your words mean nothing and your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful saying by Michael Singer. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The spiritual journey is one of constant transformation. To grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same and learn to embrace change. Discipline is freedom. The undisciplined mind is like an elephant. If left to blunder out of control, it will wreak havoc. Confront the difficult while it's still easy. Accomplish the great tasks by a series of small acts. You must go through the darkest night in order to get to the infinite light. What we call darkness is really the blockage of light. Eventually, you realize it can't actually hurt you if you go beyond your psychological limits. If you're willing to just stand at the edge and keep walking, you will go beyond. You used to pull back when it got uncomfortable. It's okay to get uncomfortable. Go beyond where you were a minute ago by handling what's happening now. Imagine the peace that you could experience if you weren't constantly creating and defending your false self. Michael Singer. Beautiful. Okay. All right. I'm going back to my book of Discipline is Freedom by Jocko Willink and his 3 seals that he worked with, Mark, Mike, and Ryan. In everything I'm reading, I'm going to pertain to how it pertains to our life, our own war, our own freedom. But it's not only them. There are others, hundreds more, Mark, Mike, and Ryan, thousands, countless more who fought and died to give me the gift of freedom. And for them, I will make every day, every minute, every second, I will make it all count. I will live to honor their sacrifice, life worthy of the price they paid for me, for us. I will not let them down. Wow, I love this because it takes 2 people to go to war, and I'm going to be using this book. It's just been so profound and so powerful for me to really explain to you the power of discipline and how it's freedom and how we fight in our own lives, how we have our own battles, our own war in our own lives. And remember, throughout the day, it takes 2 people to go to war. So you decide today whether or not you want to go to war with anybody. Every time you participate, every time you fight back, that means you chose to go to war. And as far as the freedom and the discipline, it's up to us to take those stands, to take those actions. And I remember my dad when he was living, my daddy, he escaped prison camp and lived the Hitler days. And he used to say to me, he feared for my life because He said, Maria, in any other country, you would be dead. His biggest fear was my free thinking, my free spirit. It scared the hell out of him. I didn't even fear him. I would just hurry up, get my beatings, and go back out. He didn't understand that. Everybody feared my father. To me, this is crazy. All my life, all I fought for was freedom. Freedom for me, freedom for my brothers and sisters, freedom for the people that I loved. And this is why I'm doing this podcast, trying to teach you how to fight, teach you how to speak up, have freedom in your own life, in your own world. And I remember like how important that was to me when I would take a job or when I had to make a decision. My sister and I, we used to say, which one gives us the most freedom? And it wasn't about money for us. We always took the one that gave us the most freedom, and that's how I live my life. So today, I want you to really think about, are you going to war with anybody? Are you fighting with anybody? Back off. Let go. Trust the process. Do not retort back. Stay quiet and walk away. You don't have to go to war. Choose the path that gives you the most freedom, the most happiness. Don't make it about money. Don't make it about power. Don't make it about winning. Win in your own life. So this is what I want you to do today when you're making decisions. Think about that and see how wonderful your day starts to go and how less and less you have to fight anymore, and that battle's in your head and it gets easier and easier and easier, freer, calmer, and you become happier and happier and happier. And remember, work on one thing at a time. Eventually it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss my loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. We cannot do it alone. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will accept and say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I'm willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day I don't want to do to have a successful day. My 2 things are always getting up early, doing my podcast, working out, and keeping my food clean, and the rest will follow. We can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, you can reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my workshops, my books, my services, Life in Harmony. Online.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my services with you. I'm doing the podcast Monday through Friday. Hit that colorful round button that says subscribe. Share it with everybody you love and respect. And please start with podcast number 1, number 2, number 3. There's order into receiving this information. 30 days, you will say, wow. In 1 year, you will not recognize yourself. And remember, I want you to have an electrifying day today. And thank you for listening.